What is going on, everybody? How are you doing? We are back here with the Montreal Canadiens. You guys have been giving me tons of advice, over 230 comments in the last video. The first video of this series, in fact. And it took a while because I decided a lot of you guys were saying, wait till after the deadline, or not the deadline, the free agency. Wait till after free agency kind of begins and the big guys are off the board. Sure enough, I waited until after free agency, waited until after some trades were made and some really good free agent signings were made. And that includes some people coming back to the NHL on this team. That's Radulov right there. So I'm just going to show you the Canadiens right now. And then I'll tell you about who's on what team and everything like that. Because I had to actually go in and do it manually because they haven't done an update yet, at least at the time of recording this video. Trust me, I checked. I was pretty... really didn't want to go and do it all myself, but I went through and, most of the majors, like big guys, for the most part, people who are usually in the NHL, some of the smaller guys I did. I also created a lot of the players that were signed from the NCAA, like colleges and stuff like that, USA Hockey, stuff like that. So those guys should be all in the game, at least if they were drafted in about the first round. So it's pretty accurate. It's not going to be perfect, no, but it's way more accurate than it would be if we just started this without the update. Biggest change here is Alexander Radulov comes into the game. I made him a playmaker. I actually made him, and then I went into a forum to see what people were making him in the game. And everybody was saying 86 overall playmaker, and it was, funnily enough, he was already made as that when I made him. So he fits perfectly on our second line. We can move him up to the first if it comes to that, but I think he'll be pretty good. He's got a good passing category. He's notably a passer. In the KHL, he was tons of points, and I think he was second in point totals throughout his 4 years. And it was mostly for assists. I mean, 75% of the points came from assists easily, if not 80%. And not that he doesn't have a good shot, because he does have a good shot. Definitely serviceable in that realm. But he's a good, he's a pretty big body. I mean, 6'1" isn't the biggest, but he's a big, 205 pounds at 6'1". He's a big guy. So gave him a little bit of body checking, not crazy amounts, but he's going to be serviceable in that realm. And he kind of went off at 86, so that looks pretty good. I'm not going to make too many more changes to a ton of other things, but if there is some glaring detail I left out, please let me know in the comments. We're not going to do any simulating this time. We're going to start that in the next episode, and that will not take as long as this episode took. There's a lot more that happened, but I went all around the league. Taylor Hall isn't on the Oilers anymore. I signed Lucic there. I went through and went basically through every single team, signed certain people. You guys have been helping so much with certain ratings for certain players, especially I did Florida. That was a really long, that was like a book. That was awesome. I love long comments. You guys still apologize for long comments. You don't need to. I love when you leave long comments. Those are the best. You guys, one of the biggest things was saying, you guys call him Chucky. That's such a good name. Galchenyuk. I know Galchenyuk really well because I was from the area around Sarnia, north of Detroit. So I would always hear him when he was on the Sarnia Sting. We'd listen to the radio, listen to their games, or we'd go to their games and see him when he was playing for them, especially during the lockout and stuff like that. So yeah, I know him really well. So he's going to be our first line center. That was the biggest comment I think I got, was put him at center on the first line. Gallagher on the top two lines for sure. Shaw coming in, so that it wasn't really a trade for Shaw and Eller, but Eller left, Shaw came in right around the same time. It was a few hours apart, or 12 hours or so. And sure enough, I did put Eller over there in Washington. I couldn't really give us more draft picks, but whatever. It's not going to be totally realistic. I told you guys that. Brought John Scott up here to the NHL. I think he'll be good. He's up from a 77 to a 78. His physical category is awesome. 98 body checking. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. Oh my God. Strength is 99. Oh my god. Is this just like the update John Scott? Who knows? That 99 overall John Scott everybody got in the hut inventory. Honestly, his shot isn't bad either for his wrist shot. That must have gone up from the All-Star game when he got those 2 goals. But yeah, he'll be our fourth line left winger. Brown with Mitchell. You guys wanted Mitchell up at like an 81. I actually put him up to an 80, I believe, but he's boosted to an 81 because of, I don't know, whatever. His balance is up, it looks like. But yeah, I agree. I remember hearing a lot about Torrey Mitchell, so totally agree. Didn't really change the third line too much. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. Big change here, though. This trade? What do you guys think about this trade? PK Subban for Weber? I mean, I guess the contract's a little bit better. 11 years remaining. Never mind, that's pretty long. I mean, just for like the single year, the contract's better. Maybe it made room for Radulov. I don't know. Obviously, he's got a really hard shot. I mean, he's a great defenseman. I'm not saying he's bad, but man, PK was like the face of the franchise. I know there was some rumors that he wanted to get out, but I did not see that coming. I will admit, I did not see that coming. It's not like I'm a massive, I don't have my finger to the pulse of the Montreal Canadiens or the Predators for that matter, but I did not see the Preds trading away Weber, and I did not see the Canadiens trading away PK. So, Markov here. He's good. I don't think I really changed him that much. He may have been an 85, but you guys were saying he was way better than what he was rated, so I think I changed him like a little bit. Nobody else down here. I think maybe Emelin I may have changed. This was like right when the first video came out, so I do forget a little bit of it. I apologize for that. Scratched, we just have Bartley. I'm actually going to come back to that later. Obviously, Price in net, Condon. Let's go to the AHL. I'm just going to show you everybody in a slot is basically some sort of, they're going to be an NHL player if they stay on track. I scratched all the like AHL top 6 and stuff like that. We still have, I think we have one guy scratched who's going to be like a bottom 6 forward or bottom 9 forward or whatever it is. Bottom 6. But yeah, everybody here. We got a lot of 7. Okay, there's a top 4. Maybe we could put him up 1. I know he's 69, but if he can get some more time, he'll grow pretty quick. Goalies here. Montoya's down here, so I wanted to see what you guys thought about that. They did just get Montoya. Probably in real life, that is. Excuse me. Probably just for insurance, because you guys know what happened last year. That sucked. And so, you know, Fucali's playing as well. Let's see who else we've got. Scratch. I wanted to trade away Pascal, but it won't let me. It won't let me get rid of him. So we're just not going to play him. And I know it's not the most realistic thing. We'll just drop him to free agency. He went to the Wings, which I'm kind of excited for. He'll play in the AHL for the Wings, but yeah, that sucks. I just can't get rid of him. I don't know why the game isn't letting me do it. I can't trade him right now in GM mode. He won't even show up. I don't know. Shed some light on that. Is that a glitch, or am I just stupid? I don't know. Lindgren's also going to be decent. We could also trade him away. We've got some good depth goaltending that we definitely need to trade away before it just stagnates. As I showed before, talked about before. Yeah, this guy, bottom 6. I just didn't play him because he's a bottom 6 potential sniper. I played the playmaker instead. I don't know. Playmakers and snipers in the bottom 6. But, yeah, I think the guy I put in instead of him was this guy. Oh, yeah, top 9 playmaker. So he might get decent, but, you know, we'll see. That's really all I want to show with that. I won't go through every NHL team. Like, obviously, I signed different players to different teams for what they, you know, went for and everything like that. So that's all well and good. Sure, whatever. I do want to get your guys' input on captains and stuff like that. I know you guys will probably be pulling for John Scott to wear an A at least. I mean, if you guys want it, that's fine. But we'll have to go through morale and see. Actually, let's go in there right now. See if there's like a leader. Okay, Gallagher, Weber. Weber is already a leader on this team, and Price. So I mean, we could do Galley as like the captain. I mean, we could do Weber. You think that'd be smart? Because he's gonna log a lot of ice time, so him being the captain would kind of fit. But to just come in and become the captain is kind of unrealistic. I mean, I think it's certainly happened in NHL history where someone's traded for another player that's very skilled and highly regarded, and they just made him a captain. But that seems not very realistic. But I guess people in this locker room already really respect him because he is a leader. I'd give him an A. He could be like a suitor. You know, he comes into Minnesota, instantly gets an A. And, you know, if he proves himself, which I'm sure he will, with his, with his skill and everything, he can, move to captain if Gallagher is not really liking the role of captain. Plus, that's pretty young for a captain, 23. We could also go with Pacioretty. He'd be a good captain. Mechanics. I mean, there's a lot of guys on here that could be, but I'm just going off right here with the leadership. Obviously, we can't make Price. They don't let you do that. Probably because of the Luongo snafu thing that happened a few years ago. Whatever, that's fine. One thing I wanted to ask of you guys was, I want to have a winger or a center scratched. Just a depth guy. And I was thinking of signing somebody. We don't have a ton of cap room, 1.6 mil. So I was kind of looking here. Like, obviously, we could get like Semin or something like that. Semin will probably complain, rightfully so, because he's an 83, and we were playing like Mike Brown. Erat was that? Yeah, Erat was the guy I was thinking of because he's only 0.6, or 600,000, 0.6 mil. 81 overall. He's kind of old. Probably only wants a 1-year deal, which is totally fine. Decent shot, for a fourth liner. And really, just kind of like a serviceable guy we could bring in with injuries and stuff like that. And with hardly any cap, hit. So that would be kind of cool. What do you guys think about that? We could do that. I mean, we could go for somebody else. There's Olli Jokinen here. We could extend ourselves. I don't really think we need somebody like Torres. Morrow here. He wants a little bit more than them, but that might be cool. He's got pretty good physical category. That could be cool for the playoffs or something like that if we want him to come in. So just let me know, guys, what you want to do, what trades we should make. I'll just go on the actual roster real quick. What do we need? I showed you guys kind of what we had to work with. Right after this, I guess I'll go to trade so you can see all our guys with high potential and everything like that. So you can see what we need for the future as well, draft picks or whatever. I think maybe we could scratch somebody like, I don't know. We could scratch one of the guys who's playing right now and put in somebody that we pick up from free agency, like an Erad or a Morrow. Don't want to scratch John Scott. That's a really good physical category. Even if he takes a ton of penalties, that would be really fun to have him. Brown's good too. So, I mean, these two guys could be actually really cool. And what is this, Leggio? I mean, he's serviceable for sure, and he's getting better, so it'd be nice to play him. He's going to get some time, so he'll get a little bit better too. But, let me know on that. And let's just go real quick. This will be a decently quick video. I'll show you what our like top trade value guys are. Okay, it's already at it. So we have this Sherbak guy who is playing. I think he's on the second or third line in the AHL, so he'll get pretty good. He's a good playmaker. He'll be nice for the future. Then we got a bunch of top 6 guys. So I think we look pretty good. Top 4D here playing in the CHL. That's not bad. That'll be cool. So maybe we don't really need a defenseman right away. Maybe we could pick up somebody this draft, like a good defenseman, or we could pick up a good free agent. Because Weber, he has 11 years, but he's not going to be here forever. Especially in like year 5, he'll probably be pretty low overall. So we got to think about that. Markov's the same way. Well, Markov's already 36, so we got to think of a replacement for him quick. yeah, so just let me know, guys. Just let me know what sounds good. I'll go over to goalies and just show you this cluster. Look at, yeah, see, it doesn't show Pascal. I can't go down anymore. It's weird. Yeah, so Price obviously is going to be our starter. He's only 28. He's going to be here for a long time. It's totally fine. We're going to re-sign him. I'm not letting him go. Fucali's going to get up here. You know, potentially he could, you know, take over the throne at some point, but he might just be trade bait later in his career when he gets better. We've got a ton of really good goalie prospects, so you know I'm not against it. Keeping Montoya might be something we want to think about. Condon is just getting better, so he'll get better for the next year, hopefully, maybe up to an 83, 84 would be awesome, and then he could be the backup to Price forever, you know. And the rest of these guys we could potentially just trade away. Who knows? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like and subscribe if you dug it. Thank you for 1,000. That's unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. You know, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I've been tracking it the whole time, just getting really excited. People have been talking to me about it, and just it's been so cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave your suggestions and everything down in the comments. There were 200 comments last time, 230 something at time of this recording. You guys are amazing. I'll get the next episode up really quick. I just want to get your advice first. But yeah, cool. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time out on the ice.